Today, I'm going to show you how to make authentic myeongbin pancakes called Bindaetteok. Bindaetteok is made using myeongbin puree with delicious vegetables and pork or beef. Yes, Bindaetteok is loaded with so much protein, so you won't feel too guilty eating it. And for my vegan friends, just omit the pork or beef so you too can enjoy this highly addictive savory pancake. And I'm going to share my hack in making your Bindaetteok extra crispy. 오늘의 레시피, 아주 맛있는 광장 스타일 빈대떡 만들기. 오늘도 여러분들과 영으로 함께 하겠습니다. Oh, it's getting a little spicy. It's good though. Hi everyone, this is Helen and welcome to Modern Pepper. 안녕하세요, Modern Pepper의 헬렌입니다. To make our bindaetteok, we need some peeled mung beans. These are called KkanNokDu in Korean. Yes, when these beans sprout, they turn into mung bean sprouts, called sukjunamu in Korean. I have a recipe for that, so if you want to check it out, it will be in the description box below. We're going to add 1 cup of our dried mung beans to a bowl of cold water. And we're going to let this soak on your kitchen counter for 3 hours, or it's better if you let it sit overnight for 12 hours. And after 12 hours of soaking, the beans have literally doubled in size. So just like when we rinse our Korean rice, we're gonna rinse this in cold water, and we're gonna do this all together 4 times. And then we're gonna put this in a mesh. We're just gonna let this chill out like this for about good 5 minutes. Then we're gonna pour this in here. Then we're gonna place our lid. And then I'm gonna take out the center piece right here of the lid. And I'm gonna pour half a cup of water. And then I'm gonna cover it with a paper towel and hold it down. And on low speed, I'm gonna turn it on and let it puree for about good 30 seconds. And because we want our puree to be very thick, I'm just gonna kind of go in here and mix everything up so our blender could work better. Turn it on for about another 30 seconds. And this is done. So let's take a look. That is the consistency we're looking for. We don't want it runny at all. And then we're gonna pour this into our mixing bowl. Notice how there's so much in there. I want you to scrape everything out. Be patient and scrape out all of our myeongbin puree into our bowl so that it looks clean like that. So here I have chapsalgaru. This is sweet glutinous rice. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of chapsalgaru. If you don't have this, you could add cornstarch instead, or you could also add the Korean pancake mix. And alternatively, if you happen to have the actual chapsalgaru Korean rice, you could add that when you soak the mung beans. And I'm gonna add a big pinch of salt and some black pepper. And then we're just gonna mix all this up and make it even thicker. So it acts as an agent that kind of binds our puree together so it doesn't fall apart. And it also makes our bindaetteok taste a bit on the moist and chewy side, which is awesome. Just mix it well so there's no lumps. Again, our thickness should look like this. To make our 양파초간장, that is soy sauce dipping sauce with onions, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. All-purpose soy sauce is fine. And to that, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of water. You could add another tablespoon if you like it a little bit less salty. And then to that, we're gonna add half a tablespoon of brown rice vinegar, but any white vinegar will do. And to this, we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of brown sugar. I want you to mix everything up so that the sugar dissolves. And we need about 15 grams of white onion. So we're gonna cut our onion into chunks like so. Just roughly cut it in any shape you like. Then we're gonna add the onions to our soy sauce mixture right here. Here I have 홍고추, and this is our 풋고추, but you could use any pepper of your choice. And I'm just gonna cut the tip off and cut 6 thin slices. Ooh, it smells really peppery already. And then we're gonna add it to our soy sauce. Cut the tip off and 6 slices. And it's simple as that. You just want to mix it up. Now you could make this ahead of time. And then here's another one that I made like 3-4 hours ago, and I want you to see the difference. You see how the onion has absorbed the soy sauce? And then you eat this together with the soy sauce, pickled onion, and peppers. It's such a great combination with your bindaetteok, and it cuts out the oily taste of the bindaetteok. Here we have about 50 grams of pork. You could use fatty pieces of pork, you could use beef, you could use bacon, and for my vegan friends, you can use plant-based meat. We're gonna cut it down the middle, stack it, and cut them into thin strips. You could also use ground pork and ground meat as well. And then we're gonna pick this up and add it to a small bowl. To our chopped up pork meat, we're gonna add 1 pinch of salt, a little bit of black pepper, half a teaspoon of minced garlic, 1/4 teaspoon of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of all-purpose soy sauce. And we're gonna drizzle a little bit of sesame oil. And then mix everything up really well. And you could also skip the meat portion too if you don't feel like it. And you could also make this a day in advance and just keep it in the fridge so the meat has a chance to marinate more. But I'm telling you right now, this smells so good already. And then I'm going to push this to the side for now. We need 1 scallion, finely minced. And we're going to pick everything up and add it to our bowl. And we need about 30 grams of Mung bean sprouts. These are called sukchunamul, and we're going to add it to our bowl. Here I have about 1/4 cup of kimchi, and make sure to use kimchi that's been fermented and it tastes a little tangy and a little sour. And just roughly chop it up like so. You don't want to add too much kimchi either. And we're going to add it to our bowl. So here I have some gosari that I made and that I had in the freezer, and I'm going to just take a little bit, about this much, which weighs in about less than 20 grams. So I'm gonna dump it in here. And now you don't have to add gosari if you don't want to, but I'm gonna chop it up into smaller pieces. And I actually have a recipe on how to make gosari, so check it out. And you can make extra and freeze it and use it for other recipes like bindaetteok and bibimbap and 육개장, okay? And then here's our marinated pork meat. We're gonna add it to our bowl, mix everything up. Just fold and turn to mix all of our toppings that we added. The key is to not overload too much toppings, because then it'll make our bindaetteok kind of like fall apart. It smells delicious already, and we didn't even pan fry them yet. Gulping my mouth a little bit. Once you actually puree your mung beans, you need to cook it right away. You don't want to really let it sit. This part, you cannot make it ahead of time. We are going to use corn oil, just like the Bindaetteok vendors at 광장 Market. Yes, as you may have heard, 광장 Market in Seoul is famously known for food vendors selling delicious comfort foods, including Bindaetteok. We're gonna set our heat to high and place our big frying pan and let it preheat for about a good minute or 2. And we're gonna add a generous amount of oil. I would say close to 1/2 cup, because we're literally gonna pan fry this, like fry it. And we're gonna let this heat up, come back in about 30 seconds. I just want you to see how much oil we have. And then we're gonna reduce our heat to medium high. We're gonna add a ladle full at a time. So you don't want to press down on it, but we're going to try to shape it into a circle. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Just try to evenly distribute our mixture like that. Now you should see those bubble marks around your bindaetteok. If you don't see it, that means your oil was not hot enough. Here's our second one. So we're gonna just do 2, because at the third one, I'm gonna show you a special way to make it very crunchy. So let's take a peek. Ooh, so it's been about a minute and it's already turning nice and brown. So we're just gonna leave it a little bit longer. So you should be able to move it around like this in your frying oil. That's how much oil you need to add. So flip it like that. Beautiful, it slides out and it's sizzling nice. A wonderful guide when you're flipping over pancakes at home, okay? Let's take a look. Oh, this is ready. We're just gonna flip it, and I'm just gonna cook it for like 30 seconds more on the other side. All right, so we're gonna take these babies off. You shake it a little bit because of the oil, and then put it on a cooling rack with a paper towel. So that's my cooling rack. And our second one, and then we're gonna put it on our cooling rack. Now, before you go in for your second batch, it's always so important to use a fine mesh strainer to scrape out any particles and residues that are left in the oil, because if you let that continue cooking, it will turn black and then it'll stick onto your next batch of pancakes and make it look ugly, and also it'll add a burnt taste to your next batch of pancakes. So remember that. I'm gonna add it in the center, and I'm gonna make this one extra crispy. Quickly spread it so it's a circle. Our heat remains at medium high. So we're gonna let this go for about a minute to minute and a half until it's golden brown on the bottom. Ooh, that's the color we want. Okay, so this is ready to be flipped. So we're gonna put our fork here as a guide and gently lay it down. We're gonna let this go for another minute to minute and a half, medium high heat. I'm gonna swirl it around a little bit. I'm excited to share my secret tip on how to make your Bindaetteok extra crispy. And you need a baker's scraper or any dull gadget that you could press to cut our Bindaetteok. So as soon as you flip it over, you just want to take your baker's scraper and just cut down the middle like so, and then the other way, and then just press it again to divide it like that, and then spread it so the inside gets to cook. About 30 seconds later, same thing on this side. Give it another 30 seconds to make it extra crispy. So here's a broken piece. You take it out and the chef gets to eat this. And then if you want to go the extra mile, I would pick up two, stack it like this, and make sure it fries on this side for like 10 seconds. And then you flip it on this side for 10 seconds. And then again for 10 seconds. And we'll put it right here. This is gonna go by real fast because the heat is really hot. At medium-high heat. Switch it over to this side so the other side gets some love. This is ready, so let's take a look. That's the gosari, the black part. It's not burnt. And that's it. Let's see how crispy it looks. Extra crispy. You know you're gonna love it. We'll bring it here, let it rest for a couple minutes. I would say good 4 or 5 minutes because this is piping hot. And of course, as soon as it cools down, about 5 minutes later, you want to eat it when it's slightly warm with our onion soy sauce dipping sauce. And here is our extra crispy Bindaetteok. Finally, I get to eat Bindaetteok. I almost wanted to stop halfway filming and just be like, you know what? Let me eat and I'll film tomorrow. That's how hungry I was. I like to cut my Bindaetteok with kitchen shears, but you know, if you want to put it on the cutting board and cut it, you can. I'm gonna go in, take our Bindaetteok and put it in the sauce that we just made together. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so good. Sorry, I can't share with you. All right, bon appetit, everyone. The flavors are just amazing with the soy sauce together. It's like perfectly seasoned. So you can't have Bindaetteok without the soy sauce dipping sauce. I mean, it's just a must. But it's filled with so many vegetables, and I taste a little bit of our pork. Oh, it's such a great combination. So the exterior, it has this such nice crispy layer, but the inside is still kind of cushiony and has this like soft texture. Oh, I'm gonna go in for the extra crispy one that we made. And then I'm gonna dip it in the dipping sauce that I made a couple hours ago. I mean, this is my plate, my sauce. I'm gonna go in double dip, triple dip. So those of you who are thinking, what are you doing? Don't worry, it's all mine, so it's okay. It's like corn fritters, but has more density in the center, more vegetables, obviously, and just a lot more flavors, and it's savory. Now, the pro way to have Bindaetteok is you put a slice of the onion and the red pepper and the green pepper. You add a little bit of this dipping sauce on top like that. No one pays me to eat, but you know, I just like to eat it like I'm a professional. Now, it just took it to another level. The pickled onion and the pepper slices, it just made it more savory. It also took away a little bit of that greasy taste. And it's not really greasy. Oh, it's getting a little spicy. It's good though. And you know what? You cannot not have 빈대떡 without, ta-da, without 막걸리. And you've seen my other Korean pancake videos where I always drink 막걸리 with it. Cleansing, I would say. For me it is. And what do I say every time I drink 막걸리 with you guys? Stick with the original flavor. No flavored 막걸li. It's like having fruit flavored coffee. Would you drink that? No. Cheers everyone. 건배. Notice how I took like 3 gulps? That's how light and refreshing this is. Must be of legal drinking age to consume alcohol wherever you live. I'm gonna be extra nice to my family today because I'm having such a great meal. Wait, hold on, don't go anywhere. I want you to go check out my Korean recipes at youtube.com/modernpepper. I have a library of so many Korean recipes as well as fusion recipes. So do check it out and click on the playlist tab for different categories, and I will see you there soon. I want to thank everyone for watching today. As always, clicking on that thumbs up icon is such a great way to support my channel. So I want to thank you in advance and subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. 여러분 오늘 재밌게 보셨으면 꼭 좋아하는 버튼과 구독 버튼도 눌러주세요. 감사합니다. 다음 비디오에서 꼭 뵙겠습니다. Alright folks, I will see you in one of the videos you see right here.